like a mouse. Looks like a mouse. Oh, these mouses. Can't see a thing.
Yeah, that's so
Well,
true.
yeah.
Really difficult to.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to formally thank you for coming to Supreme Council for Personal Development Reach One Day One press conference. Apologies for the late start. So thank you all again for your attendance and patience. I would first like to introduce David Lewin, Director of Massey Foundation Barbados, Inc. Mario Green, Chief Operations Officer of the Massey Distribution Barbados Limited. Susan McLennan, the Advisory Committee member of Massey Foundation. Jillian Carbon, who is the Project Administrator of Massey Foundation Barbados, Inc. And lastly, Mr. Sean Clark, CEO of Supreme Council for Personal Development. I now leave you in the hands of our CEO.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As my project officer said, we want to thank you for joining us here this afternoon for our press conference and give us the opportunity to shed more information on our Reach One, Save One project and what is this project all about. I will get started. The Reach One, Save One initiative is one that came about after we conducted a survey in November of last year with 19 of the 21 secondary schools on the island. And we wanted to get an idea as to the self-esteem level of our students. We wanted to know how they handle anger. We wanted to get an idea of their mental health. And from this survey, we were able to survey 38% of the secondary school population, and unfortunately 26% of those surveyed indicated that they have some deficiencies in life skills and they have mental health challenges and so on. And we at Supreme Counseling for Personal Development felt that we could not just have the severe, have that information and just sit on that information and not do anything to remedy the situation. So we came up with our Reach One, Save One initiative. Just to give you some brief information about the Reach One, Save One initiative, it is made up of 3 components. The first component will be the Supreme Project Rescue Program, which happens in the schools. That is our program, Rescue, teaching our young people to be responsible, to be enterprising, to be savvy, to be courteous, to be unselfish. And we felt that with that program, we usually go into the schools and we do things like self-esteem building, anger management, conflict resolution, social development, teaching our young people how to be able to navigate through the challenging times that we now faced. We will know from what is happening in Barbados today that it is vitally important that our young people be given those life skills to be able to live daily and to know how to conduct themselves. The second aspect of the Reach One, Save One component is our CAP program, which is Community Assistance Program. With the Community Assistance Program, we'll be having our community counseling clinics. We will be having the Project Rescue, but this time at the community level, where on Saturday mornings we'll be going into various communities and we'll be offering those same life skills to young people, especially those who are not a part of the Supreme program or those who are not in attendance at the 6 schools that we call the 6 Supreme schools on the island. The third component is our FIT program, Families in Crisis. And our Families in Crisis program, this looks directly now at families and homes, trying to remedy, again, the concerns that are happening within the homes, trying to assist families to be able to deal with the psychological impact that they're having. The FIT program was sponsored by the Massey Foundation Barbados Inc. They have partnered with us on this particular project, and I am extremely thankful to you guys for joining us once again to be able to reach Barbadian families that will otherwise fall between the cracks. Barbadian families who cannot necessarily afford to pay the high cost of counseling or the continuous cost of counseling. With our FIT program, we are targeting single-parent households. And for us, single-parent household, there must be one adult and only one adult in the household. And they must have a child at primary or the secondary school level, having challenges within the homes that they cannot themselves remedy, and there must not be any kind of government assistance, whether it be welfare or what have you. With this program, we have reached out to the schools in Barbados, the primary and secondary schools, and some schools have already sent us information of students that they believe can benefit from such an intervention. We will now do our due diligence at the Supreme Office, where our officers will call the families to make sure that they do qualify to be a part of the FIT program. This program is a tad bit different to the normal counseling. Usually, when children come into counseling, they go into the room with the psychologist, and the parent sits in the waiting room until whenever time that session is finished. Some parents would even drop the child off and then will go their way for an hour or so and return after the session is finished. With the FIT program, that is no longer the case. While the child is in one counseling room with his or her psychologist, the parent must be in our second counseling room with his or her psychologist as well, where we are now offering that holistic approach to counseling. There are times then during the month that the two parties will come together and we will offer family therapy for those families, so that we are trying our utmost best to be able to approach this now from the school level, from the community level, from the family and the home level as well, to bring about that kind of assistance that is needed. We really want to thank the Massey Foundation, Inc. For coming on board with us, for giving us the kind contribution that they have made for the FIT program, so that those needing parents, those needing families can get the help that is needed. I want to send this appeal out as well to other members of Corporate Barbados. I want to send this appeal out to individuals as well who can afford to come forward and assist Supreme Council in this fight by offering us some kind of financial assistance, no matter how little. It is a help, so that we can spread our wings and we can continue assisting families that are in need of counseling. Before I pass on to Mr. Neeland, I also want to mention about the program, the Reach One, Save One program. We have our Reach One, Save One t-shirts, we have our masks and so on. And we're going to be asking Corporate Barbados to join us. So an employer might decide, well, I have 20 employees, so I want to purchase 20 Reach One, Save One shirts. I want to purchase 20 masks, but I want to have my name on that shirt. The shirt can be branded AB Company, Reach One, Save One. And we're going to have different days throughout the year that will be designated as Reach One, Save One Day, where then your employees can wear to work very proudly their Reach One, Save One shirts. We're also going to be targeting some schools as well, that the students will be able to wear their Reach One, Save One shirts to school as well. Because at the end of the day, we want this to be about Barbados. We know the challenges that we are facing. We know we have a problem on the island with violence, especially gun violence right now. We know that our young people, some seem to be lost and that they need rescuing. And Supreme Counseling for Personal Development, with the assistance of the Massey Foundation Barbados Inc., has stepped up to the plate to offer that assistance, to get the ball rolling, to start the intervention that is needed, not only in the Supreme's office, but at the community level as well. So you're not coming to us, we are going to come to you. Reach out to Supreme Counseling. We are here to help. We want to help, and we also really need the assistance of Corporate Barbados and private individuals as well to assist us. At this time, I'm going to pass over to Mr. Neeland from the director of Massey Foundation Barbados Inc., to have his say. Thank you so much.
Sean, let me put the record straight. I am a director. I'm not the director. There are a number of us. But I think what you're doing is a great exercise. I was wondering if you're going to leave me anything to say at all. But I know you didn't actually mention the video presentations that you're going to work on, which I think are going to be very important for companies like Massey as well, because here's an opportunity to spread this message above and beyond the people who are actually in crisis. Because let's be honest, there are many more people in crisis than who would like to admit it. And we have thousands of employees in Massey. I'm retired, but I know we have thousands of employees at Massey. And there are obviously people who have similar issues. You know, we talk about COVID as being, you know, the reason or so many things going wrong, but frankly, it's just another reason, isn't it? We've got these problems in society, not only in Barbados, but across the world. And it's often about the opportunity that people have to talk to one another. As you made the reference to the fact that you might have a child in one room with a counsellor and a parent in another room with a counsellor, but at some point they've got to come together, because it is too easy to determine we have delinquent children without understanding that they may not be the full carrier of the delinquency. Their parents may also have an issue. And particularly single parents who are in a particular difficulty because they don't have another half to talk with, to share with, and therefore, you know, they don't have maybe the time to counsel a child as much as they would normally in a more stable relationship. So it's hard, and it's hard for parents. I particularly applaud you with the concept of going into the community, and I hope you will actually use the much maligned community centres that don't often get enough credit for the work that goes on, and too many of them have not been used to the fullest. So I think that's another opportunity to bring people in the community together. So we're very pleased to be part of this venture. I think you're right in saying we've got to understand that this is an all of society problem, and businesses who employ, how many is it now, 132,000 employees. We're saying our employment numbers are coming back a bit. But within those walls and within those offices and within those stores, there are people with issues who take home those issues to their children and whose children bring the issues to them. So it's not just about particular children in a particular area who have a particular problem. It's about society in general. We seem to have lost the initiative to talk to each other more about everything. I mean, we know it in politics and in social situations. There's a lot of malignment that goes on before there's ever a discussion. And so what you're doing is, I think, vital, and we applaud you, and we wish you every success. But you will know that we also will keep you to heal, because a big part of what we like to believe we're doing as a force for good is that we talk back to the people that we've got involved with and say, how's it going? Give us a report. Give us an update on what has gone on. Because this is an initiative with 50 children and 50 families, so to speak. But it's also, I think, a research project, because it means that the information that you will get coming out of that, you can use in further training with other companies, with other benefactors, who then take that information and say, hey, you know, there's more to this than what we thought. This deviance or whatever is also a factor because of X or Y. And I think that research aspect is something from a foundation point of view that makes us get a sense that we are moving in a direction that has some long-standing commitment and something that has, you know, has length. Because it's too easy to fund something, have a good idea, and then, you know, we'll just wait for the next one to happen. It's got to be revolving. It's a rolling ball. And I think we're part of that in other initiatives, and we're very happy to be supporting you. And as I said, I hope everything will go from strength to strength, and you will continue from one program to another. So thank you for all your efforts, and Massey Foundation is in your pocket. Not literally, but we're there with you.
I didn't have any planned comments. It's fine. But I guess I would just like to reaffirm there is points around Massey's commitment to the communities we serve, and we see this as a key component in that. To the extent that we can reach out and connect with the youth, that's an integral part of building the social fabric that we need as a country. And just to say that, you know, we remain committed and very supportive to causes such as this. And we would love to see you kind of move from straight to straight in terms of rolling this out and reaching many more families in the country.
Thank you so much. Now, in addition to all that I've said, I also omitted to mention that we will also be having, through or because of the Massey Barbados Foundation, Massey Foundation Barbados Inc., we will also be having 4 parenting seminars where we are going to bring the parents involved or enrolled in the program together, and we're going to be offering those parents some vital information and some strategies and some tips on how to really manage difficult situations in a household, how to remain calm when dealing with situations, dealing with their children and so on, so that we are trying to really approach this thing from all angles. Mr. Nealons would have mentioned the video that we are currently doing. Michelle Cox doing a fantastic job in writing those scripts and getting ready for production, and from the Barbados Community College. So we are going all out to offer Barbadians the help that is needed. We are trying to play our part, and we want other organizations to join the Massey Foundation Barbados Inc. in helping us, in working with us. We are not asking you for a handout. We are asking you to partner with us to make it possible to save our young people, to save Barbados, to save the households. Because the reality is that young man 3 or 4 or 5 years from now that your granddaughter brings home and says to your granddad or mommy, this is my boyfriend, we could be saving that young man from coming into your household and putting a knife to your throat, putting a gun to your head. So we cannot say that it has nothing to do with me, because it has to do with all of us. And all of us must be a part of the solution. If we refuse to be a part of the solution, then unfortunately it means that we are contributing to the problem. Are there any questions? No, because I think I know the Massey Foundation Barbados Inc. and Give from the Heart. The funds that were given will be used for the purpose of which they were given, and we are very happy to accept from Massey Foundation Barbados Inc. today a check in the sum of $72,500 Barbados dollars that would assist 50 households in Barbados to go through this initiative. Yes, the intention is to reach out. And I wouldn't necessarily say that it's a research project, but research is a big part in the project. It's an integral part of what we're doing. And we are hoping to be able to reach out to families. We know, yes, that you have the nuclear family, we have both parents. We know there's the extended family where you have 3 and 4 adults in the household and they're not working and they're having challenges. We want to be able to reach out to help those persons as well. But we cannot do it on our own. We cannot do it only with through the assistance from the Massey Foundation Barbados Inc. We need other corporate organizations to join us. We need individuals to join us as well in this fight. As long as we have that support, then the possibilities are endless. That's it. All right, so we can get ready for our presentation. I must also mention, as we prepare to wrap up, that it's not only the Massey Foundation Barbados Inc., but also the Massey stores as well that has been of great assistance to us. In addition to that, we would have sent correspondence to the head HR person at Massey to pass on to their employees as well in all of their outlets, because we know that they too have families, and we know that they too need assistance. So that the initiative has been, there's a special invitation for employees of Massey, who meet the criteria and who can benefit from this initiative. We also reach out to you. We look forward to hearing from you. I love this lady. She always keeps me on my toes. Says all the Massey companies in Barbados that have contributed to this initiative. And we want to thank each and every one of them. Thank you, guys.